Hello, hi, and howdy. This is Crunchy Almond. So, I wanted to talk about a few things. Also, I upgraded my background a little bit. It's still kind of dark in here, which I don't like, but if I undo my my blinds or let's see. Will this work? Oh, that's still too much light. Oh my god, I'm being blinded. I am being so blinded right now. Okay, so grab a cup of tea, come join me, and come listen to my tales of my high school experience. Well, it's more like I'm sorry, I'm checking something out on my phone. I had a copyright dispute. I don't know what's been up with my channel, but I use CapCut to do all my stuff, and I keep getting copyright claims on videos that have audio from it. Did I just lose a subscriber? Did I just lose a subscriber? Well, we were at 190 subs, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Especially if I lose a few subscribers, it's not that big of a deal. I started this YouTube channel originally to have fun while doing this. This has been a really good project, we've made a lot of progress over the years, and even though that some progress does get reduced and some progress goes back, I like to have a wide variety of content. I always like having a wide audience and having a variety of things that I do. I do a lot of things. So I don't only play DBD, and I play stuff like TF2 and other games like that. I have a lot of fun doing other stuff. Anyway, I'm completely off topic. I'm a little bummed out about that, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Regardless, we're gonna keep going up. Nothing really slows me down. So, even when I get a few less subscribers, or stuff that doesn't work correctly, or videos that just don't display right, I still keep going back and moving forward. And I feel like it's something valid. It's something we all do, is we have setbacks and we keep going. And to go back to what I was saying, because I keep getting off topic, I don't know why my brain is having a stutter right now, but so when I entered high school, I was a bit of a monster. A little shit. I was a little shit. If you didn't catch on from the last video, when I was younger, I had a big problem with things going on. I had a lot on my mind, a lot going on, and I should have better took care of myself, and I should have bettered myself. I should have took the time to genuinely sit down and figure out what problems I've been having with myself, and I didn't. I completely didn't, and it didn't make my high school career suck, but it made me a horrible person my freshman year. My freshman year, I was an extreme asshole. Now, I say asshole, I don't say it lightly. I'm not saying I was a little douchey. I'm not saying that I was a little mean to people. I was a plain out asshole. I was an asshole to a lot of people. I made friends. I did make friends, but I was an asshole. Complete asshole to people. And I did make friends, like I said, with people, but I was still a mean and rude guy to a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't want to approach me, and I always questioned why I didn't make friends, But then when people would come to me and they needed stuff or talk to me or needed to talk to me, I was constantly doing what I could to help people and be there for people. So like if I talk to you out in nature and like talk to you out in public, I was really nice to people. But like if you caught me, oh wait, hold up, my brain. So if you caught me out in public, I more than likely looked either angry, I looked upset, I wasn't very approachable, I didn't allow people to approach me. A lot of people said I had this drill sergeant stature about me, and I constantly wore green army fatigues like I have on now. So like my shirt it's from my cousin. He used to he's still a part of the National Guard, but he got fatigues one day, a lot of them, and it couldn't fit him, so he gave them to me, and I wear them now, not only as an homage to him, but I love this green color. I will always love it. And so I used to walk around with this mentality of that I didn't like people, hated people, and I didn't want to talk to people, and I didn't want people talking to me, especially after middle school. And I was really nice to people when they talked to me one-on-one and got a little bit more better with me, but I still came off really douchey, came off very much like an asshole. I remember there was one kid, and we were in PE together, and he used to do squats. I called them chicken legs because he would squat the bar and his legs would shake violently with just the bar. And I was pretty weak myself, so I shouldn't have been laughing at him or saying anything. I should have been minding my own business. And there were other people I made jokes about, made fun of, and where I really became an asshole was when I was trying to be someone I wasn't. I tried to be popular. I tried to fit in, and a lot of those kids rip on each other, like, very bad. They rip on each other a lot, and they make fun of every little thing that they do, every little detail. They pick on everything, themselves, on other people. And I got really close in this group. I was like, I guess you would say like third place in the hierarchy, because that's what it feels like. It feels like the popular kids have like a hierarchy, a pecking order, and to go to the next spot, you have to challenge the next person, insulting them and degrading them until they are almost either on your position or lower. And you have to be witty too. People will make fun of you for coming up with the same jokes for the same things, so you can't like repeatedly call somebody short or repeatedly call out somebody for like having an overweight mom or something. If you keep saying the same joke, it is very quick that they will like turn on you. So what you do is you just have to be very witty. You have to keep coming up with new stuff and new content to keep dishing out. And while I reached like third place, I think I was like super close to being like the most popular guy in this group, and they were really fucking popular, like football guys, and they made fun of me because I wrestled, but I fought back. I argued back. I called them names that I wouldn't quite frankly call people nowadays. And so after all of this like fighting and doing all that, it came down to like homecoming. And I remember it was the first homecoming I had ever had. As I was saying, it came down to homecoming, and it was a really, like, I had never had a girlfriend, never had been a part of a dance. I had never been a part of a party, and I told myself that night that I was going to make my bones. I was going to be a part of a party. And I remember after homecoming, I like talked to a lot of people. I was like trying to go to like after parties. I was like talking to everyone. I remember there was one guy who took me, or he offered me. He was like, $20, I'll take you there. Another $20, I'll buy you alcohol. And like in my teenager brain, I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. I get an opportunity to go to a real after party, a party, nevertheless. And so I was like ecstatic. So I give this guy money, and he drives me out to this place that's like blocks and blocks away from my high school, and it was called Wheatfield. So he drops me there, and he tells me, he's like, yeah, just walk up the block, and you'll be at it. You'll see it. A lot of lights on the house. So I'm like in full like dress attire. Like I walk the block, and I remember I didn't see any like party going on. So I walked back down the block. And I'm like, you know what? I'll walk up the side one, going to the right. I tried it. I walked back up the block. By the time I got back to the other block, I was fuming. I was upset. I was unhappy. My feet were killing me from dress shoes. I was just done. And I remember when I got back to where I had started, I was like, fuck, how am I going to make it back to my home? And I'm like, my phone's almost dead. I gotta call somebody. I gotta do something. I was fuming. I was upset. I was angry. Like I said, my feet were killing me. I was about ready to strip down to socks or like just nothing, and just walk my way back to my high school. And so I like call my aunt and uncle. I'm like, hey, I need you guys to come pick me up. And they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, well, these guys, they dropped me off and I'm all the way out in Wheatfield. And they're like, no way that you got shammed out of your first high school party. And I'm like, yeah, that happened. And so I walked blocks back to my high school in like dress shoes. I think it was like maybe a little bit more than halfway back. My aunt and uncle picked me up, and like as I was walking, I'm like calling people. I'm like freaking out. I'm like yelling at people that I thought were like really close friends to me. I was upset, extremely upset, and when I got home that night, it taught me a valuable lesson about being popular, about being really well known, and it definitely changed me. It changed me as a person. It taught me that you don't have to be popular to be happy with yourself or feel like you fit in. But from then on, I had basically like cut ties with that group. I had went to being by myself. I went to talking with other people. I became friends with weird people all the time. I made friends with all sorts of people. I didn't like make friends with autistic kids, like where like high school girls and high school boys like, get involved with like autistic kids, and then they end up making them do dumb stuff or come off like they're trying to like be on their level, but they're like coming off annoying and dickish. Because like when I talk to autistic people, like I treat them like human beings. And some people, when they talk to them, they treat them almost like they're a child. Like their mentality is like so lower that they gotta like slow down their words and like heighten their voice. And it's like, no, don't do that. You gotta treat them like people that want to be treated like people. Now that doesn't mean like walk up and be like, yo, what's good, slime? No, like hi, how are you doing? Are you doing good? How's been your day? But I talked with all sorts of kids. I made friends with a lot of people, and surprisingly, by the end of my high school career, I was really well known throughout high school, even from my wrestling background, from who I was, because even though I still came off intimidating when I walked down school hallways and when I talked to people, but a lot of people knew me because I was a really nice guy. I was a buff dude, but I did not like hurt people. I didn't want to hurt people. I was very against violence, and I really tried to connect with people and tried to be more of a lone guy, not trying to maintain a group, but being friends with everybody. Anyway, I'm done yapping your ear off, And hopefully you guys like this video. Do like, subscribe. But anyway, as always, I love you dudes, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.